your health depends on your relationship with water. And this is something I discovered for myself over a longer journey. And that's why I want to explain how it works for me, so it benefits for you, so you can get really awesome and nice relationship with water as well. And for a long time, I kind of knew it, but I tried to avoid the fact that we humans need water. And I mean actual water instead of fruits, juices, teas, coffee, and other beverages. And I tried to avoid it, and I could live for long years without actually drinking water itself, but my health was not optimal. I still had this feeling that something is missing, even if it was tiny tweak, but something my body was not purely happy about the way I was living. And how I see it is body needs to excrete waste material, and it needs water to do that. And if I drink something like a soup or a juice, it's not pure form of water, so body needs energy to actually filter it to get down to the water. So it's just not the most efficient way how to live, and it adds extra load to body. And specifically when I eat more like denser foods, like something fatty, something something salty, something that has very dense nutrition, those at those times body needs resources to extract them, and there's more waste and therefore more need for water. And if I haven't been consuming enough water, it's a load and stress for my body. So therefore body can go into disease, because suddenly there's this additional stress that how do I excrete my waste so I can continue functioning. I need water, so I need to hunt for water in my body, and body can get dehydrated if there's not enough supply of water. So that's one thing. Another thing is that I knew it for a long time, but I wasn't practicing it, is that often when body needs water, it needs water to have more energy. And well, actually body is thirsty, but it sends signal, I need energy. And usually we interpret, oh, I need to eat more food, so let me grab some snacks. And quite often I would do the same. Let me get some quick energy, something like crisps, which is fatty and salty. And what ends up happening is I do get immediate boost of energy, so I kind of feel like I'm doing what body asked me to do. And that's kind of, oh, I'm doing good for my body, I did what you asked. But it's not what it asked. It actually asked for water because it was dehydrated, so it can get energy into the cells because it needed water. And that's the thing. The body cannot really distinguish, is it thirsty or hungry? That's those almost the same feeling in the body. And this is where the logic and mental capacity comes in, where I have to distinguish, well, what have I eaten, what have I drinking, and what have I drunk, and then I have to honestly say to myself, which is more likely? Am I actually hungry or am I actually thirsty? And quite often I have to be honest with myself that yes, I kind of feel like I can have that snack right now. It feels like it will do me better. And I look at the water bottle and it's like, well, I think I'm thirsty, but I don't really want it. And this is where the judgment comes in. If I'm stressed and I'm really like, my body is in stress, I'm mentally stressed, I'm in my mind, I wouldn't actually want the water. And I would actually know for a fact that I'm dehydrated in a retrospect. So I wouldn't know it in a moment necessarily, but over time, going through my life, I would realize that I got stressed, I had a choice, do I want water or do I want food? I chose food, and later on to the day I realized that I got dehydrated. I was dehydrated, I actually needed to have water at that point, and I actually didn't want water. And it's not about actually forcing the body into drinking that water, it's more like accepting that this is the case and having this loving conversation with yourself. Well, there are two options, two choices. Why don't we go with water instead and do it slowly? And sometimes maybe you need to add some small flavor like lemon juice, something, and go some other sources of, or maybe you go for both. But and the fact of the matter is that body needs water, and if you're stressed, you're less likely to want to have that water that your body actually needs, and you're more likely to misinterpret signal that the body sends to go for a quick jolt of energy like sugar, fat, salt, and salty things that immediately give you this sense of, oh, I've done something good, and well, actually you haven't. And this one time, two times, three times doesn't really matter because body can adapt to everything. But over extended periods of time, and it always goes linked to the stress. If you're stressed, then you make poor judgment calls, and basically your body is under load, and over time it turns into a disease. And could be anything. Usually it starts with lowering immune system, and then first thing that's weakest in your body will start suffering. Could be coughing, could be flu, could be some organ malfunction, whatever your body is weakest, usually that one shows up. For me, probably would be skin, like I would have some pimples and stuff like that. And then dehydration, maybe. So whatever is your thing, that thing would probably show up the first. And that's why I say, make sure you have enough water. And for a long time, as I said, I avoided water, and it was only 2 years ago in Ramadan when I literally knew I don't have ability to drink water throughout the day, but I know my body needs it, so let me drink it in the morning and drink it in the evening. And I started actually appreciating water after this experience. Like, I actually fell in love with it because I went through this habit having at least 1 liter in the morning, at least 1 liter in the evening, and it was such a good feeling. And then throughout the day I missed it, and it's looking forward to having it again. And I've created this really beautiful relationship. And now I actually love drinking water, which was not the case. And whenever I feel like I'm getting lower in water consumption, I know something's going on. Am I stressed? Is my body stressed? Am I mentally stressed? Am I emotionally stressed? And then I can be honest with myself and take proactive action. So this is a quick introduction why water is so important in my journey. Let me know how you feel about water and how it correlates with your body, how important it is for you, and have it magical.